this thing on my YouTube, my Facebook.
Let's change the world, let's change the world, let's change the world, let's change the world, let's change the world. Let's just unite, let's stop the race and stop the fights and stop the murders in the world. We gotta change the world. Some don't know the effects they have on others when everything that we do affects our younger brothers and sisters. To me, it seems that the facts have missed us. Who will be there to reach down to hug and kiss us? Frankly, the current state that we're in needs to be discussed. Self-respect is a must. We need to tone down the lust, avoiding the fact that it provides a pleasant rush. But who in this world can you trust? The answer to that is yourself. Don't take what that man says off the bat. Pick that book up off the shelf. That don't mean not to trust. That means to take what he said, think about it, and then come back and discuss. Let's change the world. 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 Let's just unite. Let's stop the rapes and stop the fights and stop the murders in the world. Let's change the world. Let's change the world. Let's change the world. Let's
Good,
change
y'all.
the world. Let's change the world. Let's change the world. Let's just unite. Let's just unite. Let's
What's
stop
going
the
on?
rapes and stop the fights and stop the murders in the world. We gotta change the world.
For the boys and the girls, let's go.
We don't change it up.
We ain't gonna make it in this world, man. Let's go, man. I appreciate everybody for tapping in, tuning in. Justice Missouri, thank you, sweetheart, for tapping in and tuning in. I appreciate you so much. I had to tap in with to make this video because we all, first and foremost, the title and the topic of today is be prepared, not scared. We all know about what they said about the solar eclipse. We all know what the possibilities were. We all know hypotheticals. We all know things that could have possibly happened, right? But what y'all have to understand is this: no man knows the date or the time, man. No man knows the date or the time of, and this is another thing too, y'all. We have to stop living our lives looking for bad things to happen. You have to be prepared, right? You have to be prepared to deal with anything that comes your way, right? But we have to stop living our lives worrying about negative things. Now, let me say this. This is the Real Talk, Real Shit podcast, and I pride myself in keeping it 100 and telling the truth and not lies, you know. But at the same time, a lot of things are the truth. A lot of things that are true. A lot of things that are true are kind of, some of that shit is kind of negative, you know. The truth is kept from a lot of people because some things that are true are like kind of like a weight on your shoulder, right? To be in reality all the time has its pros and its cons. Let me say something to y'all. To be in reality all the time, it's good to the fact that you will be guided in right wisdom, and you'll have the right information to base and make decisions off of, right? But sometimes when you constantly living in the truth and always focused on the truth and facts and data and shit like that, it could turn you into come speak for myself, it can turn you into something like a robot. Something like a robot. You're still human, but I'm constantly doing what I do, my YouTube, doing what I do in the world, being a father, being a man. I'm constantly looking for knowledge and information, right? To stay ahead of the curve, to stay ahead, to stay prepared, right? But let me explain something to you. Me staying ahead, me staying prepared, sometimes puts me in a situation where I'm uncomfortable. It's not easy to keep up with facts, data, and the reality and the truth, and to stay in the mentality of everything's gonna be okay, right? the reason why a lot of times I'm coming like I be coming is because I'm studying constantly so many different things and seeing and becoming aware of so many different things. I've kind of lost some of my optimism about certain things. And that's very bad. That's very bad for a person, a human being, to lose their optimism. And eventually, like I said, essentially what it does is it turns you into a robot to where you're only able to deal with things as they are instead of thinking of potentials, thinking of possibilities and stuff like that. Because I'm gonna say something. The possibilities of life is what makes you have goals and push to accomplish goals and stuff like that. Because if you never thought nothing was possible, you wouldn't strive to build yourself and better yourself to do things that were not done before. So what I'm trying to tell y'all is to be too wrapped up into the truth sometimes can prevent you from being optimistic, and it can prevent you from wanting or trying to create a more possible positive outcome. So like me, I'm gonna say why I said that. I study so much of the truth and so much shit. I kind of just accept things as they are without trying to wish or want for a better result. You get what I'm saying? So like yesterday, for instance, I'm not a negative person. I'm not a fear monger, but I am a realist, right? And it's great to be a realist. But when you're dealing with shit like what we were dealing with yesterday, potentials, yesterday they were saying earthquakes could have came, everything, the world was supposed to rumble and tumble and all this, according to facts, history, and predictions, right? In my heart, I knew nothing was going to happen to the negative effect, right? In my heart. But me listening to facts, data, and society's predictions kind of allowed me to put a negative thought in my head, right? Or not even a negative thought, the possibility of the world crumbling or some dumb shit. That possibility was put in on me by me not being optimistic, not being by me not being believing that God is going to protect us, by me not believing that God is still in control, by me not believe, because I do believe, I know God is in control, but I have sometimes gave man more credit than he deserved by believing a lot of the bullshit that they what's good. UK in the house, man. Shout out to Oh Yes, all the way from the United Kingdom in the house, man. Shout out to Spencer King, man. Shout out to y'all, man. I appreciate y'all for tapping in and tuning in, man. God bless y'all, and I hope nothing gonna stress y'all. Um, so like I was saying, a lot of times I gave more credit to man's sorry ass than he deserved, because I realized something about man. Man is only trying to duplicate and imitate God. Man is trying to recreate what God already created. Man is trying to play with God's creations, right? Man wants you to go against God. Man is going against God, right? Man is going against nature. Mankind is doing so many things that are contradictory to the spirit of righteousness, right? So me knowing the facts about that sometimes muddles my or drowns out my perception, because at the end of the day, we all have to realize that God is in control of this shit. And it don't matter what God that I believe in or you believe in, because God is who he is, or it is, regardless of what we were taught or believe. The ultimate true God is the ultimate true God, whether you think his name is Buddha, Krishna, Allah, or Muhammad. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you were taught his name was. God is God regardless of what we know. Now, to know the true God or to know God is to have a relationship with God is important, but it doesn't matter if you don't call him the right name, because as long as you're calling on him, that's all that matters. So I wanted to say this too, because a lot of times, even I allow the fact of my, I allow the fact that I know religious facts. The fact that I know religions and most religions are fake and man-made allowed me to even say some things like that I shouldn't have said in the past. It doesn't matter what you believe in. It matters how you're living and how you are or your actions and your thoughts. It doesn't matter what you who you call upon or how you call on God, but what matters is how you're acting and how you're living as you're calling that name or as you're trying to reach or contact or have communication with God. So if you're living in sin, you living false, you living wrong, and then you're trying to call on God, that's wrong. But it's not wrong if you're living right, doing right the best you can, but then you're calling on the wrong kind of God's name. That's not a sin. There's nothing wrong with, because everybody speaks different languages on this earth. So just because you believe this or I believe that, that doesn't even matter, because there is only but the ultimate creator, and he knows who you're talking to when you're talking to him or it. You get what I'm saying? Justice said, you have taught me much. I just shared your channel with Kurt at Walmart. No natural flavors. Thank you. Oh my God. God bless you for doing that, Justice. That means the world to me. It means the world to me. And let me explain something to y'all. I'm trying to get my monetization back with my YouTube channel, right? So I just this morning had to delete about 50 videos. I was sitting down for 2 hours on the bathroom, not even using the bathroom, just sitting on the toilet, just deleting videos, because I have to get rid of a lot of videos to get my monetization back. So I'm starting over from damn near starting over from scratch. So anybody who supports me, I need y'all to support me. I need y'all to go back and watch the old content. The content is just as good as it is now. And if you watch my old content, I actually have more, and I'm not telling y'all what to say. I'm just saying, my old content has more video with evidential proof than I do now. I've been scrutinized on YouTube so many times to where I just only like to get my face on the camera now, because I'd be scared. I'd be scared to come on here and really break it down the way I used to and like to, because YouTube has scrutinized me so many times. So many videos that just got blocked and banned and deleted, and it's so much of that shit. Y'all have no idea how much scrutiny I've been through trying to get to the truth and help y'all get to the truth. Help us get to the truth. It put me through a lot of scrutiny, a lot. So I just want to say, if you support me, please support me, and go back and watch the older content and go back and tap in, because it's a lot of great shit on my channel. I do not appreciate myself enough. I do not appreciate myself enough, because I keep doing is I keep consistently pumping out content, not appreciating what I did before. And hold on, big man, hold on. And hold on, go in the house. More hot cocoa? Okay, go in the house and get some. Ask Leilani to make you one. So like I was saying, I don't appreciate myself enough, because I just keep going and going and going, and I actually did never sit back and stop to say, bro, you're actually really on to some shit and you're doing a lot. So I wanted to salute y'all for supporting me, but I also wanted to salute myself right now, because I want to say this, man. It's not a lot of people. Hey. Get Go get some clothes on or do not, bro. Put some clothes on before you come outside. Man. Wanted to say I have to start showing myself a little bit more appreciation, more self-appreciation, because I've been doing a lot, y'all. I've been doing a lot for us. A whole lot. And it's also self-development as well. It's not just for y'all, it's for myself as well. But I just wanted to say, man, thank y'all for supporting me. It means the world to me, man. It means the world. So let's get to the message, though. So yesterday, government was shutting schools down. They were shutting this down. They were doing this. They had hazmat nuclear people. They had the nuclear hazmat people of state. They had the National Guard in states. They had this, they had that. But guess what? They didn't tell you. I mean, and hold on. They told you go buy some supplies. Go fill up your gas tank. Make sure your gas tank is filled up. You don't know if your phone might go out. You don't know. Woo. This wasn't us telling y'all this. This was the government telling us this, right? With that being said, how much money was made off of supplies being bought? With that being said, how much money was made off of gas tanks being filled up? How much money was made? Oh, yeah. No, listen. Facts. I want to say that. Oh, yes, I want to say this because I'm going to read your comment. Oh, yes, said, that's the truth what you just said. Let me read that comment. Oh, yes, said, I believe they still did something in the background. Gonna see it later. Check out 28 Days Later, the movie before Be Aware of May 6th. Now, look, you hit it right on the head. I am not saying they did nothing, because guess what? If you ever seen the movie the show Lovecraft Country, right? H.P. Lovecraft on Lovecraft Country. It's with the show. Let me see if the last episode where they captured the black dude, the main character, and they put him in that portal, and they put him in front of that portal, and they was running that portal and shooting those energy waves. See, I believe yesterday, and this is my beliefs, this is my thoughts. I believe yesterday, and I know yesterday they did their rituals. They did some rituals. They said they were running the CERN God particles on the CERN. What is a God particle, y'all? How do you extract or retrieve or receive a God particle? That has to come from God, aka God. Like I said in the Book of the Dead, God always comes in the form of man. So if you're using the God particle, they used some man's genetics. Just like on the show Lovecraft Country, when they had him in that circle. Y'all remember at that part where they had him in that portal and they were draining him and they were running that bitch and he was and they were harnessing his energy to open up a portal to another dimension. You remember that? So on that show, they showed you that. But in real life, they said they used the God particle to try to open up a portal or some type of other dimension, to essentially find the Big Bang and to essentially see how life was created and started. So for us to be witnessing what they did in real life, right? And then for us to be witnessing it in movies and all types of other forms of media, you got to know they did their rituals yesterday. On every movie, Apocalypto, when they chopping the hearts out of those people, and then throwing their heads off and chopping their heads down and throwing them down the temple thing. When you seen, you're right. You're so right. The movie 28 Days Later, I'm going to watch it today. I got it on DVD. The movie 28 Days Later, their eyes were the eclipse. Their eyes had the eclipse imprinted in them. their eyes was a black circle with the red fury flame, orangish reddish flame around the iris. I remember what you're saying. You ain't said nothing but the truth. But see, no man knows the time or day. This is the thing, man. Oh, you said it happened 28 days after the eclipse. Oh shit. No man knows the time or day. No man knows. So what we must do is be prepared and not be scared. You must be prepared. You must have your food on deck. You must have your drinks on deck. You must have your ammunition, your protection on deck, your legal protection on deck. You must have manual weapons on deck. You must have manual tools on deck, hammers, chisels, wrenches, screwdrivers. You must have duct tape on deck. You must have, it's so many things you must have. You must have change on deck. Look at all this change. Look how big this cup is. It's bigger than my head. You must have change. Do y'all remember the coin shortages of 2020? When they said, oh, there's no more change. That shit's so heavy. You don't remember the coin shortages of 2020? Or you forgot? Don't ever forget your past, because no man knows the time or date, but we do know historical events. Thank you, Big O. I appreciate you for sharing, bro. No man knows the time or date, but we do know historical events. And if you pay attention to historical events, you would know for a fact that nothing is new under the sun. History repeats itself, and everything that we're possibly dealing with today has been dealt with before. Why do you think all the video games have the Nazi zombie apocalypse? Yeah, y'all hit that like button, man. Please hit that like button. Why do you think all the old Nazi Germany movies have the Nazi zombie apocalypses? You know why? Because they were making zombies back in those days. They were making all that shit back in those days. This stuff is not new. They were making the clones of the presidents and making the clones of the officials back in those days. They've been doing this shit. But see, us as humans need not be scared. We just need to be prepared. We need to stay ready so we won't have to get ready. If you stay stocked up on your food, if you stay, look, I'm gonna tell y'all what the importance of having a stockpile, because I have a family. The importance of having food on hand. Because I'm not even going to call it a stockpile, because I don't even have that. I have food on hand. The importance of having food on hand. See, some people buy drugs with their money. Some people buy clothes with their money. Some people buy jewelry with their money. Some people buy cars and video games and shit like that. Me, I like to buy food. And I like to buy entertainment, like movies. I like to buy video games, food. I like to buy things to make my house comfortable. Because after the lockdowns of 2020, I know and I learned that if you are not comfortable in your house will be uncomfortable for you. If you're not comfortable in your house, you won't make it. When they told you couldn't leave your house, some people went nuts. Some parents was abusing their children. Some parents was beating on their children, beating on their women. People went nuts when they were locked up in their houses with themselves. See, people haven't dealt with themselves. People have too many outlets to run away from their true life, right? See, you can go to work all day and be stressed out and deal with the bullshit, but then you can go to a bar or a club after you're done working. So you might not ever have to rationalize the stress or compartmentalize the stress or deal with the stress that you dealt with. So instead of dealing with our problems, we go and have outlets and different fake outlets. Get what I'm saying? Instead of us saying, "Hey, this happened today. All right, well, what did I do wrong in this situation? How did I be a part of this? Okay, so I did this, so let me not do that no more." Right? How did we Why do we got to keep making the same mistakes over and over and over? You know what I mean? It don't make sense. I just say this, y'all. You cannot be scared in these times, and you cannot live in fear. You cannot live in fear, because our fear, it feeds the enemy. The more we're scared, the demons get stronger, because the invisible forces that what y'all have to understand about this world, the invisible forces feed off of our energies and emotions. There's invisible forces for good, and there's invisible forces for bad. The invisible forces for good, they feed off of your happiness, your laughter, your positivity. See, there's spirits that like laughter. There's spirits that like happiness. There's spirits that like to be jolly and joke and play and be prankful. Then there's also other side, negative energy spirits, or the negative side of life, where there's spirits that like you to be sad. There's spirits that come around when you're angry, when you're hurting, when you're at your lowest. Because guess what? Those type of spirits come when you're in a low vibrational state, because there's energy. See, y'all have to understand, us humans, we emit energy. And there's forces and beings that don't have the emotional field, emotional energy that we have. There's emotional power, and there's power in our emotions. And that's why certain deities and entities come feed off of our our lack of emotional control. Because if you get to the state where you're fully angry and you now you get possessed by an evil entity, because you're pumping out that negative evil energy, and then this deity can come in and say whoop, and swoop right in. And then once you're possessed, that's when you black out and you end up fighting. I stabbed somebody, I shot somebody, I did all this crap, and then you wake up in jail like, I don't know what happened. I just blacked out. You didn't black out. You got possessed by a negative evil spirit, because you heightened your emotions to allow something to come ride your car. So when you heighten your emotions, you open up your energy field. If you're too happy, you open up your energy field. If you're too sad, you open up your energy. Your emotions are like beacons, like blonk, 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 blonk. Like, when somebody's mad and they don't even say nothing, but motherfucker. And you could feel it radiating off of them. When somebody's happy, hey, you could feel it radiating off of them. You could feel emotions radiating, because that is one of our powers as humans. As who man, because God made us. We're who man. We're who man. And they back in the days, some of the African civilizations called God who, because they didn't know his name. And then they said, let's make man in our image, and then we got who man. And then now the Europeans, they got, over the time, it got turned into human, which is the same thing as a who man. We are God's children, man. We are not children of the devil. There are the devil's children here on the earth because he bred his children. But God's children, we are God's children. You have to just remain good and find goodness. And you find it first, and then when you find it, you live in that. You just stay in goodness, Because I'm going to tell you something. It's not our fault when we're doing evil and stuff on this earth. This earth tainted us, man. A lot of practices and evil things that we learn as children and stuff, it tainted us. And then you kind of don't even realize it until you get older and understand and separate yourself from yourself and say, damn, some of the shit that we learned how to do as children was evil. and then you try to carry that shit into your life, and you're realizing you're passing evil batons that was carried to you, but you don't know, you don't know. So I have to say to us, we have to constantly strive to be good. You have to constantly strive to be decent, because if you're not, the devil's just gonna come in and run you, or he'll just send one of his little angels or demons in to come run your body and run your mind, because we all get affected by the energies. All of us, we all get affected by the energies, but it's up to you to say, oh, no, 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 Mr. Satan, you're not gonna come in with your bullshit. Yeah, love you too. You know, we have to understand that it's a constant battle to be decent on this earth, because it's so easy to be evil when everything that was promoted to us is evil. So this is the thing. When you fall short, don't beat yourself up. Just pick yourself up. When you fall short, don't beat yourself up. Just pick yourself up. You feel me? You have to pick yourself up and realize that, okay, that's not what you do. So we're not doing that. And that's how you keep progressing, because if you stay thinking you're always right, you're not going to progress. Nobody's perfect. And even people like me who are great and strive for greatness, I fall short or have fallen short. But guess what? I've never failed where I couldn't get myself back up. So let's just keep picking ourselves up and building ourselves up and striving for greatness, man. I preach these words to y'all because I live by these words. These are my words that I'm living by. That's why I can preach this shit to y'all. I'm not telling you nothing that I don't do. I would never waste your time on this internet. This internet means way more to me than it does. I got people from the UK watching right now. I got people all around the world watching right now. That's what this is about. So I love and I appreciate y'all, and y'all have to understand I'm doing the best that I can for us so we can be the best that we could be. And I'm just a beacon of light. It's a bunch of us on this planet, man. Some of y'all are beacons of light. But we can always strive for better, you know, and just be prepared. Don't be scared, y'all. They will always pump a fear propaganda on us. But I'm going to tell you something. If you're already prepared and you already have everything you need, when they tell you to go run out and buy some shit, you'll already have what you need. So you don't need to worry about what they do and what they say. If you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. I've been ready for years. See, the sad part about it is I'm ready to live and I'm ready to die. But I don't plan on dying. But what I'm saying is I'm ready for life, and I'm ready for anything now that comes with this life. So y'all have to understand, somebody like me is very just trying to go through life and enjoy it. You know, I'm trying to enjoy this shit because I know it's not guaranteed. I watch people perish. I watch people succeed. I'm living life. You know, it's not guaranteed. Oh, yes, said, always remember, anything that wants to be fed off of you has, by definition, to be weaker than you. You have the power. It wants your energy. Love energy is the strongest. Exactly. Love energy. Let me explain. You are so right. Oh, yes. I thank you so much, man. Shout out to you. I hope you're subscribed to the channel. Please subscribe to the channel because they've been unsubscribing people, and people have been unsubscribing. I'm not going to blame nothing on the system. People have been unsubscribing from my channel. I'm not no weirdo who's blaming the government for everything, because I like everybody. I respect people. But people have been unsubscribing to my channel. So anybody new here, please subscribe to the channel. Oh, Justice said, I just did a video and a shout out to you. Remember, he gave them daily manna. You are are wonderful. I needed to hear this message as I am a giver and I am a learner the hard way. Thank you. Yes, thank you, Justice. And I'm gonna check that video. If it's on your channel, I'm gonna check it out. Yes. Yes, bro, saved it. Yes. Um, yes, yes. Thank you, Antoine Adams. I love you. I appreciate you, big bro. SS, I love you. I appreciate you. Standing salute. SS in the Live International District, Universal District, Washington. Yep, we coming straight from Washington. Hey, you better stay your butt away from Kensington, girl. I seen videos of Kensington. No, that's in PA. I'm sorry, that's not Washington. I seen videos in Washington where it's a bunch of like, do they still have the homeless around the White House? Because I seen videos where it's a bunch of homeless people around the White House in Washington. That shit is looking crazy, man. And I was thinking about Kensington, Pennsylvania. That's terrible. Anybody who stay in PA, boy, Kensington is walking dead already. You feel me? You're in Seattle. Okay. Hey, Seattle's where I got family in Seattle. I got family in Seattle, man. That's what's up, man. God bless y'all, man. That's the rainy city. No, Tacoma, Washington is where it rains all the time. I got family in Tacoma too. That Philly earthquake was real. I felt it the other day. Oh my God, man. That was that 4.8, that 4.3, I believe. I think, yeah, 4.3. Yeah, that shit ain't no joke, bro. We are not in no time to joke, man. That's why you got to stay ready so you don't have to get ready. Because look, your Band-Aids are essential. Your lights are essential. They're gentrifying that part of the city. Damn. Yeah, they gentrifying everything. I'm gonna tell y'all, man, they're building up all kind of new buildings nationwide, right? New houses, new this, new that. All this shit is new, but it's not for us. It's for the new citizens of America, and that's something I'm going to talk about in another live. I mean, not another live. I'm gonna do a video about that specifically because I want y'all to understand. These cities have been turning us into migrants for hundreds of years. And they do that so we can't make roots and build infrastructure in these fucking cities. That's why they do this shit. They keep us moving around and they keep us unstable so we cannot build infrastructure as a people in our cities. Because I'm gonna tell y'all something. If one family starts a fucking funeral home business and passes that shit down and he's the funeral home man for his town, he's a part of the infrastructure. If there's a lawn care man, he's doing lawn care and he has a bunch of contracts, big contracts, he's a part of the city infrastructure. They keep us moving and disenfranchised and not able to stay in nice places because they want us to fucking stay migrating. Because they need us to stay migrating to profit, to gain, and to motherfucking to always dominate over us. If you stayed in one spot, one city for 50 years and you started a business, you become a part of the infrastructure. Y'all don't fucking get it, man. They starve us out of being a part of society and keep us moving in migration because, oh, we don't make enough rent. Oh, you lost your job. You got to go this or that. It's always something to keep you from being a consistent part of a community for a long period of time, and you have to keep migrating. Oh, I moved from the east side to the north side. I moved to the west side to the south side. I moved this to that to this and that. Facts, man. Facts. Salute to, oh yes, man. Salute to everybody in the building, man. I love y'all, man. This is a real community over here. This is the Real Talk Real Shit podcast where we have a real communication, bro. This is the real deal Holyfield on this channel. I'm coming with the real deal Holyfield. I had to delete hundreds of videos this morning, man, trying to get my monetization back. Shit is real out here, man. I'm gonna start over for all of us. I said, bro, I was in Charlotte a few weeks ago. The shit is not the same. So many expensive apartments. I'm telling you, bro, and those are not for Charlotte, Charlotteans, bro. I'm from Charlotte. I got family. All my family's in Charlotte. Charlotte is not a place that is promotes development for the citizens of Charlotte. The places that are that are nice and new and neat and beautiful and shit are not for the Charlotte natives. You can go there, but it's not really for you. It's to attract people who are new to the city, who coming in from out of state with those business jobs, those bank jobs and shit like that. That's what this shit is all about. It's about migration. They tell other people this how it works. These big cities attract, yeah, 2K for one bedroom. I already know, bro. Look, these big cities attract, and I'm sorry for my microphone. These big cities attract other people by saying, "Oh, we need more." Because I'm gonna tell y'all what they did in Charlotte in the 2000s. Now we can go back to the early 90s. The buildings was built up, but they wasn't built up. So they imported Hispanic people in the early 90s, and they built the fucking infrastructure of Charlotte. They built it, the construction workers. They built that shit like ants. Built up all them skyscrapers, right? Then after building up the infrastructure, they brought in the early to mid 2010s, around that time, the mid 2010s, they brought in IT people, aka Indians or Hindu type of people, Indian type of people, and brought them in to work the IT jobs, the the IT jobs in the city, and they gave them all apartments. They gave them a whole neighborhood. Yep, Bank of America, all that shit. Look, they gave the facts, bro. Look, they gave the Indians in the banks who worked the banks whole neighborhoods. They would get off the bus. They would ride the bus to city bus, get off the bus. It'd be like 50 of them jump off the bus and they'll go into their job. My mom was a banker for 30 some years. That was her field. 30 some years of banking and financing and all kind of good. Guess what? Indians and robots got those jobs now. Now the natives who always had those jobs got migrated out and pushed out to have to start over and create a new field for themselves. Y'all have to understand, we've always been kept as migrants and pushed around and shoved around and rallied around and come over here. Hey, it's good over here. Come over here. And then people who don't got no money, they got to got them scuffle and scrape and shit. I like it when you scuffle and scrape like that, daddy. Like P. Diddy said. Come on, man. They got us scuffling and scraping, man. While they get to set up infrastructure and remain the McKinneys in the fucking city for the whole 100 years, the Thomasons in the city for 50 years, while the Jeffersons and the Jamesons got to run the fuck around and start over and keep moving from apartment to apartment. This shit is sad, bro. We got to wake up out of this shit. We got to plant our roots somewhere. Get you some seeds. Look, get you some seeds. Get you some seeds and plant you some roots some fucking where and stay there and plant you some roots and don't move and build business and become a part of the infrastructure. And that's how you become a powerful citizen in society. If not, you're just going to have to keep becoming a migrant, starting over and over and over and over and over. You don't want to be a migrant, keep starting over and over and over. I'll put my email up there. Hold on, let me type it in this other chat. I gotta go into my live on this phone. Hold on, let me go to this live. By typing my that's my email right there. I'm gonna delete it in a few seconds, but that's the email right there. Cash App. I'm gonna put my Cash App in there too, man. Y'all support the movement, man. I ain't no beggar. I ain't no bum. But guess what? I'm giving great life changing information. $ Big Baddie on the Cash App. Support the movement, man. All my people who always support, you don't gotta support. Anybody who's new haven't supported, please support because this life changing information. You're at one of the greatest channels you ever see, man. Check out Grid down for Communication Networks. Okay. I don't know what I'll check it out. Respect. But yeah, yeah, man. But I'd say you're welcome, Justice. Come on now. We're making something happen over here. We're really doing something over here. This ain't just no yapping over here, man. I'm showing you what's happening. I ain't just yapping. I'm showing you what's happening over here. I ain't just yapping. I had to delete so many videos, y'all. I gotta just sacrifice so many videos, man. Shit is crazy, man. Who is that? You? Is that you? That you? Cause I don't know, bro. I feel you. I'm just gonna stay true to what I'm doing, man. I'm gonna stay true to what I'm doing. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all, man. This is just a real talk, real shit podcast, man. One of the only places online where you're gonna come get some real deal content, man. You know, all them other channels, a lot of them other channels, they be on some bullshit, man. You know. So this is one of the only channels where you're gonna come get the real content and the real information that's gonna help you. A lot of that shit is pointless. I don't do all the fake religious shit over here. I don't do all that fake theologies over here. Nope. Truth, facts, data, and we're making positive results over here, man. Living life positive. I don't get sick. I'm healthy. I'm 39-year-old man. I don't get sick. I'm healthy as fuck. I'm doing the best that I can, man. So I do respect the game, and I want to show y'all and tell y'all thank y'all for supporting, man. If you just tune into the channel, I have thousands of videos. Please go to the channel, check them out, man. When you get some time, I have thousands of videos. Great content, life-changing, life-saving information, man. Over here is the real deal content. This is the one channel that just the one-stop shop, man. So I'm gonna rock with y'all another time, man. I got to get in here, go get my kids dressed, go grocery shopping, man. It's time to keep the ball rolling, man. It's your big homie, Big Baddie, man. I love y'all. Appreciate y'all, man.